And we did it. Good morning and welcome to a live divination ceremony. My name is Jen Marie. I am a full-time oracle in an international coven of witches. And I create this space so that we can have an example, that we are a lot more connected than we have been made to believe. And the way that I do this divination ceremony will show you that. I only read for witches. I'm going to be using tarot cards for this. And the way that I do this is different than what you are accustomed to because I am centering you repairing your relationship with your intuition because I refuse to engage with you as if you don't have access to the same information that I do. Okay? Are we ready? Oh, yes. I'm also, I always forget, an initiated high priestess, sorceress of chaos and witchborn of shadow. All right. All right. Okay. The question that we are asking, first of all, I have to say that I live with one of my coven sisters, and I ask her almost every day before I go live if I'm being hair blind, because I'm like, I love the bog witch like leanings that my hair is trying to do these days. And if you knew how it got to be this way, like I literally went like this and like chopped my hair before I came to live in rural Maine. I just chopped it off and showed up. And then one of my other coven sisters went and like cleaned it up as best she could with what I left her. And that's just kind of what I'm rocking these days. And that whole, I like it so much that there's a part of me that is like, girlfriend. So here we go. I have mentioned and have been mentioning in the last few days because we do this divination ceremony every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the new moon is like right around the corner. And my whole system is fired up over that. So I tend to be like go on rants when I do things like this. It's everything that I can do just to get present because of how much is coming through right now. It's very exciting. It's very exciting stuff, like all of the things. But it's a lot to the point where I'm like trembling even every time I get on like a microphone or start talking. Blah, it all comes out. Okay. Yay, eclipse season. On that note, you've been warned. Let's get into it. I'm about to do what I do to get my system prepared for divination. And I expect you to do the same. You don't have to identify as a witch in order to participate in this divination ceremony. Lurkers are welcome in my circle. If you just want to watch, you are welcome too. Amy asked me if I was still considering doing a look at the year ahead. Oh man, I've been ranting about it for the last couple of months. I fully believe with all of my everything that come summertime, we will be celebrating. And our relationship with allowing discomfort in our lives is going to be the depth in which we are celebrating, right? The more willing you are to be uncomfortable, the more we are going to celebrate. Like that is in a nutshell. Hello, Baxter. Are you joining us, sir? Hi. Familiars. inserting themselves. Okay, let's do this. I humbly invite all that is fire within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, may you choose to bless this flow. I humbly invite all that is air within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, may you choose to bless this flow. I humbly invite all that is earth within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, may you choose to bless this flow. I humbly invite all that is water within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, may you choose to bless this flow. I beckon to this system. May we now align as one. For my cousins are the elements, and so the moon and sun. I call to those who love me. You are welcome in this space, for our nature is united, sharing magic, life, and grace. And now we make a declaration of intention. What are we doing? I choose now in this moment to align with my whole self. To pull the book that tells my story from its place upon the shelf. I enter now this circle made of trust and hope and power. And I show up for my practice in this place and at this hour. Because I am home. It's really good today. My tea. Okay, the question that we're asking is, where does our attention need to be today in order to bring the most expansion to our relationship with our life and our practice? We're not asking how to get the X back. We're not asking how to further entrench ourselves in a system that benefits from the subjugation of others. Not benefits. Benefits isn't the right word. That is dependent upon. Yeah. We're asking what is real. And this is a collective reading. We are a lot more connected than we have been made to believe. Again, where does our attention need to be today in order to bring the most expansion to our relationship with our life and our practice? Ooh. Don't freak out, guys. I have EDS. I draw out my deck all the time. It's not a sign. Well, it is a sign. Okay. 2-card draw. Card on the top of the deck is the answer to our question. The card on the bottom of the deck is what we are in resistance to or in denial of that's blocking our stuff. Don't like having to filter, but until y'all get into the app space that we created so that we don't have to filter information, I have to. So there we are. We drew the Two of Swords reversed. I'm going to put my glasses on because I'm going to read the prompt that's on this card, starting with the reverse, but I will read the upright as well. As I'm reading this, you are going to ask yourself, if my guides were using this card to communicate a facet of my life that needs attention, what are we talking about? Okay. It's really important that you prioritize your initial response, your instinctual reading of what this is going on. Prioritize that over even what I say. Okay. All right. The Two of Swords reversed. You're faced with a difficult choice, and it's one you must make. Delaying the decision will only make matters worse. Sifting through the advice of others may be overwhelming. Listen to your intuition and go with your gut, especially if you're stuck in the middle of something. And the upright is. The Two of Swords is often related to balance and relationships. You're having a hard time maintaining partnerships, and you're getting caught in the middle of arguments. See this as a caution. Like a person in the card, you may be choosing to keep the blindfold on. Avoiding issues won't make them go away. So what does that mean? Are you ready for me to influence you? The Two of Swords, huh? Okay. So what I'm getting right now is same thing that like tied into what I've been talking about for the last couple of months is you have a choice to make. And as we enter into eclipse season, even in order for you to manifest the life of your dreams, you've got to know what that looks like, right? You got to know what you want. And a lot of us don't actually allow ourselves to consider those things, or we keep them small because we don't want to like disappoint ourselves if it doesn't happen. That needs to stop for one. Like you're cutting yourself off at the knees. I'm going off quest a little bit. Well, actually, it's a heavily nuanced subject. So, anywho, you're getting a lot of information right now in preparation for this new moon coming up. What do you want to wish for? What do you want to manifest? What do you want to bring into this like brand new life, brand new beginning? And so you know that you have this choice. You can feel it. It's uncomfortable, this unsteadiness. And sometimes getting a lot of information, especially information that you don't necessarily want, can be really overstimulating, overwhelming. It can overwhelm your system. And a lot of us, in response to that, just shut down. I'm not going to make the decision at all. I can't make a decision. I'm overstimulated. I'm overwhelmed. But this card is saying yes, and. Yes, and. Yes, you are overstimulated. Yes, this is a lot. Yes, this might not be exactly what you thought you wanted to hear. But you have to make a decision. Now is that time. Okay. So my advice for this particular card on this day at this time is to set aside 15 minutes of your very busy, very full schedule. I understand there's a lot going on. 15 minutes, prioritize just a moment to calm your nervous system for a bit, do that 3 deep breaths thing, and allow yourself to imagine what is exciting for you to engage with what kind of life do you want to engage with, right? What is exciting? Traveling the world, building a blah, blah, like whatever it is, anything. What is it? Right? And bonus points if it isn't monetarily like focused, right? I want to have $1 million, right? You're bottlenecking the universe's ability to show up for you if you say this is the only way that it can show up for me. All right, just allow yourself to openly dream. What do you what kind of life would you be proud to engage with? And let yourself imagine it. Okay? Take away all of the advice of other people and the influence of other people. If no one else you didn't have to make any considerations, right? You just did the thing that you wanted to do so badly. What would that be? Okay. This exercise for a lot of you will have a lot of guilt and shame coming up. A lot of this, like taking responsibility for other people's like emotional processing or other people's journey in some way. And you're like hell bent on being the side character. Anyway, I warned you guys. So now we got to look at what we're in resistance to or in denial of that is influencing our ability to make this very difficult decision. Okay. And that is the 4 of Wands reversed. Okay. Remember, as I'm reading this, the placement of it, because that's important. What you're in resistance to or in denial of. You're celebrating a personal achievement, or you may have reached a greater level of peace or balance within yourself. The reversed 4 of Wands can also have some negativity, however. There may be a break in communication at home with your loved ones. You may have uncertainty with relationships there. Take time to mend relationships or let go of any that are damaging. And then the upright is returning home or being with the people and places most familiar with you can be soul enriching. Take this time to soak up the bliss and appreciate the good things in life. This is a good time to work on renovating or redecorating your home space. What's coming up for you guys? What are you in resistance to or in denial of that feels like that? And I'm going to influence you. Are you ready? Okay. Okay, witches. You remember what we were talking about yesterday? If you don't remember what we were talking about yesterday, what the reading was, it is posted to our big red play button account at Bright and Dark Center. You can also find it in our app space. Anywho, it was focused on our relationships and considering our relationships, the non-romantic relationships, right? Broadening our perspective on what partnerships can look like, right? And so with this card coming up, this card in many ways, it represents that home life, the like community, our relationship with home, and the relationships that are within our home. Okay. When we think about home, in many ways, that is our launching pad, our sacred space, the place that we can rehabilitate from the sensory overload and overwhelm that is often our outside of the home experiences, right? Now you have a decision to make, but you're not considering your home environment in that decision. You're resistant to really looking at the relationships that are best to invest in and the relationships that are kind of holding you back or adversely influencing that home environment. Does that make sense? The next couple of days are a great time to clean your home, to get ready for this upcoming solar eclipse. But this is saying, look at your home. And do you have fulfilling relationships close to you? What's going on there? Okay, I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm not going to tell you what decision you have to make because that is not my job. That is your job, right? No one else is going to be able to tell you what your path looks like. That's something that comes from inside of you. That's your curiosity. That is your excitement. That's how you find your path. I can't tell you what you're excited about. I mean, I could, but that would be a whole thing. Okay. I know this is pokey, guys. I would say I'm sorry, but I'm not. I'm not sorry at all. It's important for us to look at these things. But this is what we're needing to look at. Right? uh, are we clear? You guys are so quiet today. Like all of you on all of the things are all like really quiet. Yeah. Well, that's our reading. Ta-da! We have a very busy day today at Bright and Dark Center at our International Resource Center. We have SAS today. SAS is a spirituality and support symposium. It's later on this afternoon. If you're like, oh, what is that? Go to the app space, go to the events and see all of the public free things that the Unbound offer you for connection. Like so many things. SAS is one. If you're like, hey, I would love to hang out with a whole bunch of witches and learn from perspectives from all over the world, that's where you want to go. For sure. And then the guild, the Spellcrafters Guild, has a meeting today where, because I'm doing this live book reading, I'm reading the Grimoire that I wrote live, the first and second Wednesday of every month. I'm reading until we get through it. And then the guild gets together and we really dive into what I was talking about. And I'm so stoked about what we're going to be talking about today. So if you're in the guild, like, dude, I cannot wait to talk to you. Okay. That is our reading for the day. I will be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we'll do this again. Until then. Let's close out this working, okay? Hand on your heart. Take a deep breath. This working is now closing, but the magic has just begun. I humbly thank the elements and both the moon and sun. To all who chose to bless this flow, I now sincerely thank you. May our practice be expansive and our course be clear and true. All right, witches. Okay, that's it. If you can't be good at it. I will see you later.